Welcome back to this PHP tutorial. We will be working with PHP operators. Okay, so in our last video or tutorial, we stopped at looking at the greater than and the logical operators and or. So in this tutorial, we'll be continuing from there. Okay, so let's open up our operators.php. So we did some nice things here. Before we continue, put on your XAMPP control, which is our local server. Start the Apache and the MySQL. Okay, so I'll go back to my browser right now. I'm going to use Chrome. Then we'll go to localhost slash the name of our folder, which is PHP tutorial slash operators.php. Alright, so we had this wonderful layout here in our last tutorial, whereby if we enter 45, 42 and check, now it echoes out the two numbers we entered, and here we are checking for age. So if we enter 12, see, you are not eligible to vote, and when you enter 18 above, congratulations, you are eligible to vote. And we could achieve this using our operator, the less than and greater than sign. Alright, so let's look at arithmetic operators in this tutorial. Now in our next tutorial, we'll be working with our flow controls in PHP. The flow controls, where we'll now start talking about loops, and we have the while loop, we have the for loop, and we have the um, do while loop. Okay, so we'll be talking about flow controls in our next tutorial, so do well to follow along as this is getting interesting. Okay, now we've not abandoned our project. Some of you might be thinking, hey, what about the blog we were building before? No, we need to get the basics of PHP before we move into continuing to that blog. Okay, so we'll continue with the blog, but first of all, let's get the basics of PHP. Alright, so let's continue with that. Now we'll be working with our arithmetic operators. Okay, so in here, let's have a form. Let's have a form. Okay, we can just copy from this H2 down to this div here. You copy Ctrl C, you copy it, come under, and then paste it. So in here, add calculations. Okay, and then we'll have two divs, two input fields rather. Now this will be number 1, and then let's just duplicate this with Ctrl Shift D, and this will be number 2. Now enter your enter the first number, and this will be enter the second number. Alright, now in here we'll have calculate will be, okay, the type will be submit, the name will be calculate, and then the value will be calculate also. Alright, so if we save our work and go back to the browser, Alt tab to navigate through your program, you refresh, now we can see this nice layout here. Okay, so let's work with these things and print out the result between two numbers. All right. So instead of having status here, we'll put results. Okay. And now it will be if is set results. Now we're going to still be working with all these things. Results. So up here above in our PHP, we'll have if is set. That is, if the person have actually clicked on this submit button here, we're going to use the super global variable post, and the name of that submit is calculate. So make use of calculate. So have num1 is equals to a super global variable, and what is the name of the first number? Now the name of the first number is num1. So I'm going to increase this. The name of the first number is num1. Now PHP works with this name attribute. Now when you are learning HTML, CSS and JavaScript, this name attribute didn't have any value at that moment. But now in PHP, it is the most valued attribute ever in input elements. Okay, so we use the name, the value of this name attribute to get whatever that is inside of that input. And so in our program, if we have 54, we use the name attribute to get this value 54. Okay, all right, so let's go back. So num1, okay, just going to get rid of this error. So num1 is equals to the name attribute number1. So I'm just going to copy this and I'll put it inside here. Okay, so num2 is equals to a super global variable, and it will be num. What is the name of the second input? It is number2. So I'm just going to copy that, then I'll paste it. Now we are making use of post because in our form method, the method is post. That is the reason why we are making use of the super global variable post. Now we also have get. So if we're making use of get, if the method of this form is get, that means the super global variable will change to be get. All right. So right now, let's just make use of post and keep things that way. So we'll still get to form handling in PHP, and I'll talk more on these things. Okay. So we're going to add the two numbers together and then send back the results to this place. Okay, so let's continue with that. So we have a variable sum is equals to num1 plus. Now we'll see the arithmetic operator in action. The plus sign is adding two numbers. Okay, num1 plus num2. Now so result is equals to sum. All right. So down here, where we have this result, we say if it said results equal results. So result is already a set here. That means there is something inside of a set. So we are checking if at all there is a result, a value inside of this variable result, then echo that value. And what will be echoed here is the addition of both numbers, of both num1 and num2. Okay, let's save our work, go back to the browser and refresh. Okay, let's enter 10 here and let's enter 10 here, and we click on calculate. Awesome. So we have 20. You see how it works right now. So arithmetic operator is used for calculating numbers, be it addition, subtraction, division or multiplication, or even a modulus operator. Okay, so let's go back and let's change this sign here to minus and let the arithmetic operator now be minus. Okay, so save our work, go back to the browser, and let's have 10 and 5. Calculate. You see that the result is 5. Okay, that is very awesome. Now we're going to be also be working with some operators here. We'll work with the equals to, strictly equals to, which we've already seen, and we'll also deal with not equals to. Okay, so let's also have, okay, let's have that just outside. So we'll declare a variable test1 is equals to 5, and test2 is equals to 10. Okay, now say if test1, remember your dollar sign, whenever you are creating a variable, remember I told us that your dollar sign must be at the prefix of your variable name. Okay, so if test1 is not equals to test2, test2, so let's echo something, echo test1 is not equal. All right, now it's not a must that you must have your else statement whenever you have your if statement here. Okay, so you can also leave it this way and it will still work fine. But since we want to echo out another message if it's equals to, so we'll have else echo test1 is equal to test2. All right, we'll save that and go back to our browser, refresh, just continue. Now you see test1 at the top here. Now you can see test1 is not equal. Why is it not equal? Because 5 is not equals to 10. You see that? So these things help us reduce writing so many functions that can handle our arithmetic operators for us. So these operators are made available for us to write our code more efficiently and easy. So let's make this to be 5 and let's go back to our browser and we refresh, continue. Now you see test1 is equal to test2. Awesome. Okay, so this brings us to the end of operators. Okay, you can go more, check out PHP documentations, check out other operators and work around yourself, work around those things by yourself, know how to use them more efficiently. Okay, you can also go back to our videos, check more and understand operators very well. It helps a lot. So in the next tutorial we'll be looking at flow controls, where we will now begin to work with loops to get inputs from the database. Now whatever that comes from the database comes as an array, and so understanding loop is important so we can loop through our data and get the values from the database. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you.